I know. I was acting like I was the busiest person in the fucking world.
Bitch, you are.
Literally, stop.
Guys, welcome back to Breathe If You Agree. Woo! Yes, we are international again, and by that I mean I'm across the country in a small town in Connecticut. But today we are so lucky to be joined by our good friend. What?
I said international.
International, I know. Today we are so lucky to be joined by internet's favorite pop star. He runs the Booty Army. He has a clothing line, Active Booty. He has 6.7 million subscribers on YouTube. Are you kidding me? I didn't even know there were that many people in the world. And he creates workouts for everyone. He's our good friend, Caleb Marshall, the Fitness Marshall. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There's a little toad in you.
Wait.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we recording video too?
Yes, we are. Why?
Okay. I was just wondering because, I did my hair and my face. So.
Yeah, you're like,
you
should
look
I
gorgeous
flex right now? You look gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. My key light is my window.
We were just talking about how it's
natural lighting is the best.
Yes. It's so difficult to get you on this podcast because you're just so fucking busy.
It's just like I don't feel like I do anything, and every time you text me, I'm like, I'm in New York, I'm in Italy, and it's just like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm here.
Me, I should get over myself, right?
I'm honored.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Fierce.
Yeah, it's so good to have you here.
Well, I've been waiting. When you guys launched this? Like what? How long ago?
Less
this
than a year. It's like March. I think March. We've been going since March. Every single week, baby.
You're coming up on a year.
I know.
Isn't
it wild? Even our listeners are like, we know. Wait, I want to hear.
A fun journey.
I want to hear all about kind of your journey. Like, walk our listeners through who don't know you, but I'm sure every single person knows you. Like, how you started, how you got to where you are now, how it all began. Tell us about your fitness journey.
Oh my God. Okay. So I was a little gay boy in the middle of Indiana, and like I'm sure all of us, did not feel like I fit in, did not feel like I looked like the sexy Backstreet Boys I saw on the TV, did not necessarily feel like there was a place for me. But where I did feel like there was a place for me is when I saw like Britney dancing on TV. And I was like, this bitch in pigtails is doing what I want to do. And so that, like, every time I would feel uncomfortable or weird, I would just, like, go dance in the bathroom mirror and make up little dances, again, as I feel like a lot of queer people do. And then I got to college, and I really loved performing. I did, like, acting. I did show choir, all that stuff. But when I got to college, I had none of that because I just went for, like, a video editing degree. And I started taking these fitness classes because I hated working out. I hated cardio. The idea of it made me miserable because I was like, these bitches have abs, they have pecs. Like, I am just this skinny little boy who doesn't know anything about fitness. And I took a dance fitness class, and it was like I heard the angels of Richard Simmons singing, and he was like, this is your passion, this is your calling. And it was just this magical experience where I was like, oh my God, I can sweat, be fierce, be Britney, and work out. And it brought me so much joy and happiness. It got me through a really fucking bad breakup. And then by the time I graduated college, I was like, whoa, the only thing that actually really makes me happy in life are taking these dance fitness classes, teaching these dance fitness classes. And so I just started a YouTube channel, never watched YouTube before, but I was like, my senior year, I'm single, I'm miserable, and I'm going to take all my free time and just put it into this passion project. And by the time I graduated, had enough followers, not to make money, but to be like, I think I could keep pursuing this because I had like 100,000 in like 8 months. And that's when I met my boyfriend, who is now my husband. And he was like, you're creative, but you're shit at business. Let me take that half of it. You do your thing. And then 10 years later, here we are.
That's wild.
Iconic, and congratulations. Just tied
Thank
the knot
you.
recently as well, right?
Yeah, in October.
Palm Springs?
Not
In Palm
last
Springs?
October, yes.
Last October, but then we got the pictures, which the pictures are just
Gorge.
absolutely insanity. They're so
Iconic.
beautiful.
Thank you. Also, Gunnar Deathridge did our like custom outfits, and now he's like doing Chapel Roan. So I had Gunnar like the year before Gunnar was Chapel Roan's costume maker. So I feel honored.
Total. I mean, I right when I started on TikTok as well, Gunner was starting as well. We were kind of like that same in COVID, and he actually made a dress for me for Pretty Woman. We did like a combo. So like for
Oh.
the red dress for the Pretty Woman
Mm.
video, he like took my measurements over Zoom and like made this amazing. I need to redo it now because obviously in 2020 like cameras and things have gotten better,
Yeah.
but on my end or just like the situation of learning how to do it more. But he made that custom red Pretty Woman dress that I will treasure forever, and I see his journey. Like he
It's
is
crazy. Yeah.
just
He's
popping off
so
and is so
talented.
talented. So, Project Runway, and just like from there, just like I'm so excited to
Hmm.
see his work and uh, just pop off. So that's so incredible. And yes, a custom Gunner Etheridge right now, like babes, we will never throw it away
Yeah.
No,
ever.
oh
Like
no.
it'll be cherished forever.
That was so fun though, because like for the wedding, I never really here's like I love being on stage. I love being on camera,
Mm.
but I feel like everything I do is always about me, and
Mm.
I don't like unless I'm providing like a service to people. I get really uncomfortable, and so the
Mm.
idea of a wedding was like never something I wanted because
Mm.
it was just weird to me. But Cameron, my husband, really wanted it, and so we really got to play with our outfits and like not having anything be traditional, and that was really exciting because I feel like I haven't seen a lot of. I mean, obviously, like, gay marriage is relatively new, and
Mm.
people do fun things all the time, but I feel like I really hadn't seen two men do the kind of outfits that we had done, at
Mm.
least at the scale we did. It was really cool just to get to play with something that was so non-traditional.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you guys pulled out like all the stops. It was iconic.
Yeah,
I was like, it was
yeah.
very very much waiting for those. Like, you know how when it's like a celebrity marriage and it's like people gets all the exclusive. That's what it was when your pictures came out. I was like, they've dropped. They've dropped.
They dropped like
They've dropped.
10 fucking months later though. It took so long.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna say we
Yeah.
got them. That's what we got recently was
Yeah.
the photos because I
Yeah.
remember
Yep.
when they dropped as well that I was like, oh,
yeah.
my
Also,
God.
I funny little quip. So I just we just finished the season 3 room for Loot, and one of the writers came in one day, and his name's Zeke. Shout out to Zeke, and he was like, Nick,
He loves to
do
bake.
you know the Fitness Marshal? And I was like, I do. And he was like, he's like, my college friends and I were obsessed with him, and we still in our group chat send like videos back and forth from YouTube to each other. And we literally, so in the writers room there's 2 huge like screens where we kind of like do all the work, and we'll always like watch videos, and we put up like 3 of your videos and put up your wedding pictures. I can't believe I've never told you this. And like we all
What?
watched your videos in the writers room. It was so funny. It was great. And everyone was like, this is fucking iconic.
No, wait, that's fucking no, because I'm upset. Like Cameron and I watch Loot like
Uh-huh.
every time the episode drops. We're obsessed. So that is wild.
Oh no, you are. I mean, you are famous everywhere, but you are famous in the loot room for sure. I can't wait
You-
to tell. I can't wait to tell them that you guys are that you came on the podcast.
No, you don't know what that means. You don't know what that means to me.
No, Zeke was like, he's like, I've been there since day one.
Damn.
Like he was probably one of those first subscribers in those first few months.
It's just crazy how fucking old I feel now. It's like 10. I just had a call like right before this with like I'm doing a YouTube panel to like speak on
Oh, nice.
behalf of YouTube to the product team or whatever. And it's like I remember just it felt like not too long ago I was the new YouTuber who was like, how's all this work? And
Mhm.
now it's like I've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
wild to think about being on a social media platform. I've been doing the same shit for a decade. Like if
Yeah.
you look at my first video, it's the same exact format and
Mhm.
somehow it's still working, which is so cool, but like
Yeah.
really weird to think about.
What is your like interaction? I mean, you have such a huge like loyal fan base, and you bring so much like positivity, and I think that's one of the things that's works so well with what you do. Is it's like it's made for everyone. People get to feel good about themselves, and they also enjoy it while doing it. Like I feel like working out kind of sucks a lot of the time.
Mhm.
Like as much as I try to pretend that I'm enjoying it, I'm like I'd rather be on my couch. But I feel like that's not the situation with you. What has your interaction been like over the years? I know you've done classes and like events, and people buy tickets now to dance with you. Like,
Tours.
what is your interaction with your fan base like, and also what do you feel like your relationship is with, through social media with those fans?
I feel like I'm really grateful that I got to start. I mean, in the beginning, I only made money through touring because all of my videos have music in it. And so the copyright thing was always just like a non-starter for the first 7 years of my career. And so it was really great for me to have a very grounding and like real world sense of impact and like purpose. And so when I was putting these videos up on YouTube and then selling tickets and doing shows around literally the world, I really got to understand like, this is why I do this. The people that are coming, I got to physically see the demo, which is something like we don't get to see when you're just, I guess you can like see analytics, but like looking into someone's eyes, especially who has like a different walk of life than you, is so powerful. And then just getting to meet all of the people like at the meet and greets and hear their stories. And it's just so stupid because like we put shit on the internet and it seems so silly, but it's like we all have these stories. Someone's like, I was going to end my life this day. My husband left me this day. I had a miscarriage. I have just learned to feel sexy in my body again after getting through sexual assault. It's like when I'm making up this stupid dance about like throwing cake in my face and rubbing it on my body, like I'm not thinking, oh, this is gonna like save someone's life. And not to make it dramatic, but like it's been really cool over the past decade to see how many different types of people have connected with it, especially over COVID. Like still to this day, most of the people who come up to me are like, you got me through COVID.
Yeah.
And that I think that's been the coolest part of this whole experience, is to have the real actual impact of seeing these people face to face and getting to kind of understand what it means to them. And also it fills me up too, because I love doing stuff on camera, but like as a performer, I think we all know like how much an audience just like fills our souls. So that is definitely my favorite part. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I only did it when I moved to New York in 2019 of like July. I started doing 305 Fitness, which is like a dance cardio class as well.
They all lights
and the lights, and I taught
DJ,
up,
right?
Yeah, the DJ and the lights, and I taught up until shutdown really, and did like a few classes online, but it was so magical to see how it changed people's days, and also like the people who kept coming back because it like made them feel so good, because it really wasn't, I always describe it as, it wasn't like, it was a workout, but it was more about feeling sexy in yourself or feeling good in your body, and just like owning and loving all those, like, maybe you're not the best dancer, but just like whatever, the way your hips move is going to be different than anybody else's, but it's still like equally as sexy and beautiful. And that was like so rewarding to see and to be a part of. So I can only imagine through the 10 years, like how much, how gratifying that is. And like, so cool, because social media connects so many people from different walks of life as well. So it's just like all over the world, like how many people you're helping, like not only on their fitness journey through life, but like also like even just like one day could like flip their whole day around. And like I am too one of those people who your videos have always do have such a joyous energy and like make you smile. I never skip a fitness Marshall video.
No.
And your relationship with your two coworkers,
best friends / backup booties.
Is amazing, and I want to hear about that too. Because I know I've seen all your videos that you were in a relationship with one of them back then.
In a hetero. By the way, trigger warning: heterosexual relationship.
When you two are doing
They're real.
Britney dances together is incredible.
Yeah. It's just like we dated when we were like 14, 15.
Oh,
and
it was not long ago?
It was high school.
Oh,
I have known these girls for 15 years. And so it's
amazing.
it's funny because it's like we weren't, obviously at the time it felt like very real, but we were very young when we dated. And Haley was the blonde, was the last girl I dated before I came out. And it's like we all are from a very small hometown. So like Haley and I were dating, and I decided that I wanted to explore my first gay relationship with her best friend. and
Tea.
who was like her brother. And so then I broke up with her to start dating him, and he was the other backup booty's best friend and ex-boyfriend.
Oh, so you said, let me
So-
make this as messy as possible.
So the other one dated my ex. I dated Haley and left her for the other girl's ex.
Oh my God.
Ended up living with my boyfriend at the time and Allison, so her ex-boyfriend and me. She was still in love with him, and then it's just a shit show.
Oh,
Anyways, we've moved on,
yeah.
and
clearly.
it's clear that Haley still has feelings for me.
Of course.
Obviously.
Right.
But no, it's so it can, like, we just play on it and the internet loves it, and also everyone thinks that Haley is just the hottest thing in the world, and so people commenting on, and also people when the TikToks and the shorts reach the general public,
Oh God.
and they don't have context that obviously I'm gay, but it's like they tell me that I'm gay as if I didn't know.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys, you can't date like this. You're gay, and I'm like, bitch, I am aware.
Yeah.
Like that's why it didn't work.
Yeah.
But it's fun because like the last 10 years we've all like transitioned from friends to working together, and that has been like so many ups and downs of like managing friendships, those that turning into like employees, but still colleagues. It's been a lot to navigate, and also again, my husband is manager, COO of the business side of things, so it's like the separation of business and friendship does not exist.
Yeah. But like, I mean, you've proven that it's. I mean, I'm sure there's been many hurdles, but you've proven that it works. You guys like have a great running machine, an amazing empire.
Yeah.
Like it's there.
I know, like, right now, they're with work and being coworkers and things is hard, but if you can get through the thing that you did in high school where y'all were, like, all up in each other's biz, I think it's, like, from there on out, you can handle anything.
Yeah.
That's so true. And and we have it's oh god.
Did you
Indiana
go
is
for
just-
Haley because you were like, oh, blonde Britney Spears, and then you were like, oh shit, I went for her the wrong reason.
I mean, I think that was a very subconscious thing because it's like also every time she gets her hair cut or dyed, I'm like, oh my god, it's giving Onyx Hotel Tour Britney. Oh my god, it's giving 2003 promo shoot Britney. Like, I think she was my little. No, she's just my little obsession.
Yeah, like she walks into, you guys are going like on a date to like Denny's, and she walks in, and you're like, okay, Britney Spears from this music video. You're like, sweetie, yes, sweetie, turn around for me. Like
2009 candids of Britney going into the grocery store.
yeah, slay bitch.
Okay, so what is your favorite Britney look? Like, if you had to pinpoint that. Britney look and Britney album and Britney song.
Britney album's easy. That's Blackout, obviously.
Okay.
I'm going to give a runner-up to the Britney album as well. Cinderella's my favorite Britney song. Track 8 on Britney. Yes.
Track 8, of course.
Track 8. Oh my god, favorite Britney look. That's so good. I really love the Onyx Hotel Tour opening with the reddish brown hair and the cat suit. Her tits look so great. She's got her hair, purple cape flowing.
Work.
How,
peak.
I don't know if I know this
you know
stuff.
everything about Britney Spears. Like
I logged on to this website called Breathe Heavy, and it's a forum, and I looked every single day to see if there was a candid, and then we would all analyze what's changed, what has she had done, does she look any different? It was very unhealthy for a while.
Who would your ideal Britney casting be for her biopic?
Ooh.
This is hard. This is really hard. I think it's who's up for it, or who have they
I
thrown
don't
around?
know. Is Addison Rae trying
Emma
to do
Roberts. I think
What?
Britney Spears says she wanted Emma Roberts to play her.
it? Interesting.
Here's the thing. I can't say this. I don't know if I want Britney to decide.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
no.
she should decide.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Addison Rae act. I think that she does give, like, I enjoy Addison Rae as a pop star.
Yeah.
My current, like, Britney-esque obsession is Tate McRae. I feel like she has everything it takes to be the next Britney.
I was just
So I
going to
have
ask
lots of
who is
hope.
on your shirt. And are we enjoying two hands?
I like the song. What's weird is like I really love Tate's like her like emo girl ballad type stuff, but her like pop singles like X's, Greedy, It's Okay, I'm Okay, those I feel like are the direction she should go. And the video that just came out, I was actually just talking to someone about it, and like from the dance break on, obsessed. But I felt like as a follow up to It's Okay, I'm Okay, I wanted Womanizer to Circus. I wanted like Bad Romance to Alejandro, and I feel like there wasn't enough of like a creative separation, and I feel like she needs to be like the pop star who can have a brand new concept every time and just like fucking kill it with her star power, because she has it. But I'm like, you can't just have the same look in every video and kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
But like, also, who the fuck am I to critique? She's a pop star. She's so, like,
You know what I love about her? I love her hair.
Love.
Her hair is gorgeous.
When
Literally, this is the gayest anyone's ever been on a podcast.
No, her hair is sickening.
It's sick. It's crazy.
When she whips it,
oh, it's so luscious. It's full of secrets, that's for sure.
It's so...
and that's the thing. And when she whips her hair, also the way she looks at the camera, like she's going to fucking sit on its face.
Yeah.
Like, that's what and not everyone can do that.
No.
At least in an appetizing way.
No, she has that sex star quality,
part.
like beautiful.
No way. No, yeah. She's... what I'm excited for is, like, her journey. I feel like already she is, like... From this past album to this next one, I do feel like this one is going more like she did the mic. I think she stopped the only time she did the mic because people were like, give her that mic so she can dance and sing. I don't know if she's continuing to do that, but I think this album is going to be the like dance break album, like where she's doing amazing breakdowns with Sean Bankhead, doing all these incredible pieces.
Speaking of your dance, It's Okay, I'm Okay. No, that's when you did. It's Okay, I'm Okay. You did the choreo on TikTok.
Yeah, I did the choreo, but
right?
I did. Yeah, I was learning that, but I did the actual my like recreation of her was the X's video. Yeah. But I did the It's Okay video.
I remember I saw like when I was like, you better fucking get it. Because I tried to learn it and I couldn't do it.
I've been meaning to try and do a split. I do have a Jeep, so I've been trying to do a split on the top of the car. And the one time I did, I got so dirty. Because, like, you know when you get a car wash in LA, and I don't know anywhere else, because I guess I've only gotten car washes in, like, North Carolina or Chicago or LA. So I can only say those three.
Yeah.
But where you get a car wash and then your car is like automatically dirty because you're like parking under a tree with like a bunch of pollen or anything.
Yeah.
My knees, first of all, I couldn't do the middle split on the top of my car.
And you're just, by the way, you're just in the middle of the street in LA, right? You're just car outside.
No, I am in the driveway. And I tried so hard. Horrible. Also, I was out of camera. Like, you could only see my, like, one leg. And I got down and I was like, okay, like, at least I'll have, like, something funny. You could barely see. You saw my one leg, like... It's all right, though. But yes, I do love me some Tate, and I'm so excited to see where she keeps going and takes our good asses.
My opinion is with them. I know she loves to sing live, and I love hearing her voice. I love, like, the effects they have on the mic. Like, it's so her. But we don't... If you're going to use the little headset mic, I saw her, like, when you watch her concert, when it's just so obvious that she's singing live the whole show, and then for It's Okay, I'm Okay, the headset mic comes on and it's just backtrack. Like, not even backtrack. It's like just track the whole time, which is fine. Again, I love Britney. Like, give us the dance moments. You don't have to sing live the whole time. And I feel like someone needs to just like tell her, like, it's okay. Like, you can sing some, and then other times you don't have to move your lips. Britney doesn't half the time, and we still love it. Like, just dance.
I can't wait for this tour, though. And hopefully we'll get that. And we do have someone who I'm going to take that back. I'm excited for the tour, but I'm also excited for her opener, Zara Larsson, who can sing the house fucking down. And so can Tate. But love Zara Larsson. I don't think she gets enough recognition, but
Why
like
is she
her
not-
vocals,
And she
Yeah.
puts on a show. It's a full
Yeah.
pop star show.
EMAs. What is that song where she's like something about a dress? Whatever. So everybody search the EMA performance. It's like I don't want to say I'm mixing up Taylor Swift, but it's like you should see me in a gown, or it's like
Oh, you should see me. You should see me in. Wait, you.
That's a Billie Eilish song?
Wait, no, that's
should
yeah,
see
that's
me in a
really-
crown?
You should see me in a
oh
crown.
oh
You should.
Wait,
you
no.
should see me in a
You should see a gown.
hold
No,
on.
but Taylor
hold
Swift
on.
has a song called "Dress."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not Taylor Swift. It's still Zara Larsson.
This still Zara Larsson. You should see me in a gown.
Wow. It's wow.
Oh.
Okay,
All right,
there is
well.
a lyric, I think, about a dress in that song.
She goes, in my dress.
Baby, I'm not even in a gown.
Gown.
Oh, okay.
Send the t-shirt on the
Yeah.
couch.
Gown, yes,
Oh my
yes.
god.
All right, we got there.
That's hilarious.
There we go.
Wait, Caleb. Also,
Make
I
it
wanna-
jaw drop, drop. That's hard. Look it up.
Yeah,
Look it
yeah.
up.
I'm
But
sorry.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
see that. I didn't see that. No, I need
Okay,
to
so
look it up. I haven't
Funko
seen it.
Pop. You only like Funko Pop for Britney and Pokemon. Have you heard of
Yeah.
Pop Mart?
No?
Pop Mart? They're like these also kind of, what would you say, figurine
Yeah,
for a
they're
Funko
little-
Pop?
Yeah.
Like
Is it
little
like Funko
figurine.
specific?
Yeah.
No, it's like similar to Funko, but it's like maybe a little bit smaller of a figurine, but they're mystery boxes, like of characters.
Oh, that's fun.
But
It's just like, where am I going to put it?
Yeah, you don't know. It's
That's
on
why
my-
I'm like, okay, so I have,
Yeah, show us your wall.
this is actually my favorite because I have like a metallic Oops Britney.
Ooh.
But like I have, okay, actually this is the only non-Britney Pokemon Funko Pop I have.
Oh my god. Richard Simmons.
That's
Richard
incredible.
Thank you.
But it's just like I started collecting these things, and then I'm like, okay, like what's the long game? Like, where am I actually gonna put this
right.
shit? I'm moving soon. Husband doesn't love it, but supports it. But the rule
Wait,
now is I can't.
No, keep going. Sorry.
Oh, the rule is I can't buy it for myself.
Yeah.
It has to be
Okay.
a gift.
Mm.
And let's not talk about these fucking this little Pokeball replica.
Oh, cute.
Okay.
You know what's not cute? It's $100
Oh.
for a Pokeball.
And you have
That-
you always been obsessed with Pokemon?
Yeah, just got a fucking squirrel tattoo.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like a
Cool, though, right?
Like a pixel
little
one that's so
pixel,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, for those at home, he just showed us a pixelated tattoo of Squirrel.
No, I just
Squirtle,
whipped my
Squirtle.
dick out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Rewind.
He's got a
That's all-
Pokeball.
Our YouTube views
Pokeball
are gonna
on his
skyrocket.
hole.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
execute on my
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone all of a sudden is jumping off of Spotify and Apple Music and logging into YouTube.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I very much could be, but you said you were moving. Didn't
Yeah,
y'all
did you
just
move?
get a house? Like,
Right,
congratulations.
right. Thank you. So
Right,
we
right.
got- right.
Yes, exactly.
We got a house in July, and then it was like, oh, we'll move in a few weeks, and then we were like, because the place we have now we've had for a few years, and it's kind of like a condo, like building type place, and neither like husband and I have no design skills whatsoever, and so my rule was, and this is a very privileged thing to be able to do, but I was like, I want someone to just like, let's hire a homosexual and have him decorate the place.
Love it.
And so like that has turned into like, oh, we should do this. Oh, we should swap this door. Oh, we should knock this wall out. And
Right.
now we're hopefully moving in like 3 weeks.
Okay,
But
cool.
We'll be in like Sherman Oaks.
I feel like those things always
That's
take
amazing.
so much longer than you expect. Like, oh yeah, it'll be 3 weeks, and then you're like, it's been 6 months, sweetie. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
And gays
Yeah.
lie. Gay people lie.
I know they do.
You're telling me.
But I keep
Yeah,
trusting
listen,
them.
I've been lied to. I've been lied to by men. Telling me.
Girl, tell me.
Yeah.
I had a dollar.
Yeah.
I have a lot of dollars.
Also, I feel like something that's so wonderful about you, like you were saying earlier, and it's super inspiring. I think like many people, and I think not just our industry, but in any industry, need like know like you had something you were really passionate about, and you stuck to it and you made a career out of it and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. But I think a lot of people are afraid to do that. You know, they don't follow their passions. They just get stuck at a desk job that they're not excited about. For you, though, I feel like, I'm assuming it's been 10 years, but there's been a lot of hurdles. And has there ever, like, throughout your process been time of, like, a lot of self-doubt or, like, I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't think this is sustainable? Damn, Nick, sustainable. Like, has that, I'm assuming, but has that been part of your process? Like, I guess just for people who are struggling, you know, or hitting a low moment or whatever.
I don't think it's ever not been a part of the process. I mean, even to this day, where I would arguably say I'm in the best place I've ever been in terms of financial security, job security, and just like knowing what I bring to the table. I mean, the imposter syndrome still kicks up all the time, and it's still a constant battle to not be pushing myself or comparing myself to the past or to other people. Like, the comparison game in the social media space is wild, because you will always lose if you want to do that. Like, it's actually impossible to win if you're comparing yourself. So yeah, in the beginning it was really hard because I had no business plan whatsoever. It was just actually all passion fueled, and I'm a Pisces and also just fucking delusional. And I just had this irresponsible sense of confidence in myself, and was like, good things will happen if I want them to. And I really loved what I did, but I always used popular music because, again, I also have like ADHD and I can't pretend to be interested in something that I'm not. And I ran into so many hurdles just making no money. I remember I had 1 million subscribers, like when I hit 1 million, and my AdSense on YouTube was still $0.
Jesus.
And no one understood. They're like, you have all these followers. And I'm like, that means nothing if you don't have a way to monetize it. And everyone kept telling me, like, don't use popular music. You need to start using other things. And instead, I just grinded. And I remember we were on a plane every single weekend to a different state to like do a show, and touring is really expensive. So like by the time you're buying the plane tickets, renting out the venue, paying for all the food and everything, like we're not making much money. Like I'm making enough to pay my rent, but like I am on the road all the time. Meanwhile, putting out content on the internet, making no money from that, but like just actual like physical labor, which again is not like that's what people do. Like physical labor is how people make money, but like it was very hard on my body and like long term terrifying. And that went on for 7 years. And I got to a point where I was burnt out, because then videos started getting blocked on YouTube. Labels started getting really upset, and I felt like actually the whole world was against me, and I like had built my career on something that was not sustainable. I started doing, in 2019, we were like, actually, how much of this do I want to talk about?
Yeah, you don't have to share anything you don't want to.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll share stuff. Like there was in 2019, like we worked like it felt like we had a little bit of a groove. We found a way to make a little bit of money, and then I remember I got a cease and desist in the letter or in the mail.
Oh,
and I legally like can't talk about it, but they like sued me for $2.5 million.
what?
And at that time, my gross, like what I had made that year was $70,000, and that was in 2019. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And so we had to hire a lawyer and go through all of these things. And it was a company that is worth billions of dollars, who like I handed all my bank statements over to. They saw I had nothing, and they were like, okay, well, if you can't pay us $2.5 million, you can pay us everything you have in your bank account. And so they took it all.
Oh my God.
And I went from like that year, like I had finally had enough money to take my family like on a vacation to Hawaii. My grandparents always wanted to go back. And so I, for like Christmas, had gifted them a trip to Hawaii. And then a few weeks later, gotten sued, lost everything, and then had to end up having my grandparents like spot me the money to take them on their trip. And that was just like a devastating moment, because I was like, it's been 7 years of fucking crawling and climbing
Yeah.
my way up, and it felt like the end. And there were lots of conversations with Cameron about like this is the end of the Fitness
Mm-hmm.
Marshal. And then a few months later, come 2020, YouTube offered like this new program where they allowed like me to start doing memberships, and so I could kind of start selling my like my classes that I would like go tour. I could just start doing that on YouTube, and people would like pay a fee, and I started doing that. 2 months later, COVID happened, and my life changed in
Yeah.
like ways I couldn't imagine, and built a business really from that. And those 4 years was able to have a monthly sustainable income, use that to create an activewear line. I'm haven't announced it, but I'm launching in a few weeks. I'm announcing something new that I'm launching, and it's like it's wild that and I believe it's so hard. It's like you do not know what's around the corner,
Yeah.
and it could actually your life could be over, and then like next month, like especially with the way the internet works, with how much policies change, like it's so volatile. And if I really believe that if you love what you do, like you will figure it out. Again, there's an element of luck involved. Like I don't want to call it worldwide pandemic or global pandemic luck. I don't want to call YouTube changing their policies and allowing me to do this new program, that was luck. But yeah, to answer your question, there's been ups and downs, and luckily I feel like I'm at a point now where it was again so hard to work with labels and music, and now 3 months ago Rita Ora's team contacted me and asked if she could be in my video. And then like a few weeks ago, JoJo is sending me a voice memo and being like, hey, like have a new song, would love for you to use it. And then she's just taking time out of her day and like coming, like dancing with me in fucking Griffith Park. And like, so now it's like, I go from getting like sued for doing these things to like labels and artists coming to me and asking me. It's so, it's the wild, wild west out here, but I now feel like I'm in a little bit of a place of peace.
Yeah.
No, that's incredible. What a crazy journey, but like right, like it meant to be. Like this is like Fitness Marshal is like meant to reign as it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the clothing and everything like that, and with fitness and like music, because I know your love for dancing and performing as well as fitness is like, you know, what the Fitness Marshal is all about. So like in those times, what are things that don't include like, because we were talking about this last week, of things that like help us in those lower times, like getting out of those? Because like for me, to be honest, like am in a valley right now, kind of like working on that, but I feel like a lot of things that I do enjoy are a part of what I do, like content wise. So it's like to step away from those things and find something that cultivates joy in a whole different way, because it doesn't relate to the work I'm doing. And like, as like, I know us three, and I don't want to say all gay people love just like pop music and dancing and like all that stuff, but like those things are included in like work, so it doesn't always feel like it is an escape. So like I was wondering if you have an escape away from all of that in those moments that helped you feel like it was going to be okay and that you wanted to keep going.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because like there was a certain point in time when, again, like I was always obsessed, like pop music and dancing was my spare time, what I loved. And then there was a certain point after it became a job where like when a new song came out, I would get stressed instead of excited, because I'd be like, oh, I need to make something to this and it needs to be great. And I started to love the things that I loved in a way a little bit less, which I think is natural when it's not like I don't love the work, but yeah, like the leisure time, it's like I don't necessarily want to just like dance and make a TikTok, because that's what I do for work.
Right.
Totally.
So I think just having a community of like actual friends and people, especially people that like aren't connected to you for like ulterior reasons, like
Right.
people who aren't, who I guess your like status or what you provide to them is like the reason they're around. It's just like having, again, like I have my high school friends and partner, and just those real relationships I think are invaluable. And I think especially in the gay world, it can be hard because it's like we can have a lot of connections and a lot of like acquaintances or people that we're like friendly with, but sometimes it gets lonely because a lot of it can be just surface level. And I think prioritizing those relationships where it's like, no, like we can actually just fucking hang out and like I don't need anything from you, you don't need anything from me, like just fill my cup.
Yeah.
I think those are harder to come by, but really what keeps me sane and also therapy is a huge fucking privilege, but something that's kept me sane. Also, Prozac changed my life.
Yeah.
Love me a good antidepressant. Also, just stupid little things like Pokemon Go and like I will, or like a video game, like just things that I can dive into. Because I used to get so mad at myself or not allow myself free time because I was like, why are you wasting your time playing a game when you could be maximizing your career and using your social reach, your connections to be networking or creating something? And it's like, that mindset made me miserable.
Yeah.
And now I'm not like that. Like I will fucking sit down and I will spend my day swiping, catching Pokemon, and I am no less productive. If anything, I am more refreshed. I am more calm, less anxious. Because like when you're in a constant state of I need to be maximizing my time, nothing's fun. And there's no creativity. There's no new opportunities. You're not going to connect with someone and like maximize this relationship you have if you're miserable.
Right.
So just giving yourself the time to breathe, and again, I just love hanging out with my friends and just doing stupid shit that like could be a waste of time, but like to me, I don't look at it that way.
Yeah, it's beneficial.
Yeah, it's really
moments.
it is like poisonous in, I think, especially the entertainment industry. It is like deeply crazy that, especially nowadays, I think because of social media and writing and acting and dancing and this and that and whatever, it's always like it needs to be taught that like you need to not be doing. It's not, you're not clocking at a 9-to-5 job and then going home and having dinner and doing whatever the fuck you want. You're constantly like, I could be writing a script, I could be doing this, I could be learning this dance, I could be making this video, it's just it never stops. And I completely agree with you. I feel like I had a period where that's how I was, and my work was not as good also. And I was anxious all day, every day. Couldn't even sleep because I'm like, what am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
And like now, I fucking, exactly. Swipe, like literally just kick back, do whatever the fuck I want. And then when I sit down to do my work, it's much better and I'm a healthier person and I sleep better at night.
Yep. I remember my psychiatrist was like, you need to stop putting expectations on everything you do. Like when you're going to make a dance, you need to stop saying, this is going to be like the next hit, or this is going to like, this is what's going to really connect with people. Like you're going to go and you're going to create something and it's going to be what it is. And then you're going to move on and you'll create something else. And you just have to be okay with like doing it and not pre-setting an expectation, which is like so silly. Cause in our world, it's like, especially when other people are involved or paying bills, they expect something. But like as a creator and a creative, you can't go into it that way. And learning to actually let go of all expectations has been so fucking freeing, because I realized that everything that I've been really proud of that I've created in the past, I did when I wasn't stressed or like didn't feel like it had to be a certain something. But then it's like when you put pressure on yourself to create something like that in the future, you're not in the same headspace because you're not free. You're not having fun. And just remembering that you're going to create what you're going to create, and you can't force creativity.
Yeah.
Love that. Thank you for saying that, because I feel like I still trying to figure that out, where it's like I don't want to put something out that's like not the best. You know what I'm saying? You're like, this isn't as good. What this
matter.
is going to be good. Or if you're trying like other content, it's like this is bad, and it's like just that whole like inner demon being like, this isn't as good. Don't do it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It has to be like as perfect as like the last one, or like someone said something, so you're like in a comment, so you're like, oh, okay, like I don't really care, but then it's like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh well, why didn't I put a fucking mustache on the baby? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and then you're like, what the hell am I doing? And then you're like, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, and I hate it. And then you're just like, okay, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
I throw everything out there now.
Yeah.
I actually don't even have like a filter, and maybe that's bad advice, but I'm now at the point where I throw everything at the wall, especially for short form content, and whatever sticks, and
Yeah.
whatever doesn't stick, people probably didn't see it because
Yeah.
subscribers don't matter anymore. No one's like really going to your page or like clicking on a video.
Yeah.
It's their For You page. So it's like, if it's not doing well, fine. Many people didn't see
Right.
it. It's not like they saw it and were like, this is awful. It's just like, that didn't perform, which again, like realizing like, it's not all about you. Like no one's thinking about you. They're more so
Right.
celebrating, especially for like, if you're like a global pop star, sure, people are critiquing you. But if like just creators, people are more so just seeing the things that they actually do resonate with and love. They're not seeing the things that they don't. So it's like getting less in your head about that and realizing just like at some like someone's gonna see something that they love, but like no one's being like, oh my god, Jillian's last video was so shit, like she's over.
Right. Only me.
totally.
Which I had to get out of that, right? Of course.
I'm literally going. I'm standing outside of his bedroom, being like, he fucking flop. Fucking flop. No, never. I'm obsessed. Literally every single time every time he posts a video, which is like thousands a year, I'm like, gooped, gagged. Like I'm literally so impressed every single time.
I will say I did almost flop the other day, and by flop I mean die. And I'll say this quickly, just because the lore of Wicked, and I feel like I've talked about it every single time. But I'm doing a Defying Gravity video, which will be out maybe like Monday. I don't know. Doesn't matter. This will be out Tuesday. But so they're doing construction. I don't know if you've heard. I've been going like on
No, haven't heard at all.
this episode. Okay, word. Well, they've been quote unquote painting the house, which they have done everything but. And that is including like roofing and tearing things down, whatever. It's been a thing. But there's scaffolding out front. So I, of course, attempted to go on the scaffolding because I was doing Defying Gravity. So I was like, let me test the scaffolding out and do it. Then I painted myself green, which let me just show in the camera. It would have been so. Here's just like a. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I take.
You did it yourself?
It looks better on. It looks better.
No, it looks amazing.
Lighting. No, it doesn't. But so I got
She's
on.
such
it's
a
like,
critic of herself.
it's like it's 11 at night. I'm climbing on the ladder to get on the scaffolding. I almost like it's like the wooden thing. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, if I fell off and die painted green like Alphabet in this synthetic wig and small broom, like I don't know what I would. I don't know how. Well, I don't know what
great
the
way to go.
Yeah.
it would be the witch under the house. Like literally, it would be like I recreated the death of the
literally.
witch. But instead, I used one of their ladders, and I almost fell off the ladder too.
I feel
But-
like
Can you
the
imagine
flopping
how
was on
many fucking followers you've gotten if you died that way?
yeah.
People would have been
but-
obsessed.
it wasn't even.
Bitch,
It wasn't even.
you would've
on
peaked.
camera.
Yeah, I feel like the paramedics would
Oh.
have gotten there and been like, let's just go. Let's just
In
go.
this day and age, baby, they wouldn't have even shown up.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, no flopping here. We're not flopping.
flopping
We're
here. No,
only
no.
thriving. And
Yeah. And Caleb,
the
it's
only-
just it's oh.
I was
Please.
gonna say the only thing flopping are my balls, but I was kidding.
Yeah.
I stopped before because it like didn't make sense.
Yeah, floppy balls.
I love a good floppy ball.
No, but Caleb, it's so
Always.
yeah, that's floppy balls. We got them here. It's so like your story is so right from floppy balls into
Title
like,
of the episode is
floppy balls.
Floppy Balls. We got him here. With kids.
Yeah, we got it. Floppy balls. We got it here. No, but your story. There was so much that I didn't know about you that I'm so glad you shared today. But it's so inspiring to see someone like at the top of their craft, like someone who started with nothing and has so much now. It's just and also just like it's all about like I feel like your like history is like following your dream and really committing to it. And I think that's why it's like also interesting hearing about what happened in 2019 because you would have given up and then none of this would have never happened. And all of those people who are so inspired by you wouldn't have been inspired and would have had the shittier day or would have done the hard thing or the bad thing, you know? And I think
Including us.
Yeah, including us. And I feel so lucky to, one, get to watch you shine, but also to be friends with you. And yeah, I'm so glad we got to do this with you today.
Yes, so excited to have you. And you answered one of my questions that I was burning to ask. You do it at Griffith Park. That's where you do those
I really
amazing
never.
videos.
The thing is, I don't ever reply to people who are asking because I'm like, it's the only place in Los Angeles that I have not gotten kicked out of. And
Nice.
it's been 2018, 4, 5, 6 years
Oh,
in
wow.
that same exact spot.
Hell yeah.
Nobody bothers us. The park rangers go by. But it's like, I don't want to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
just saying, it's just like, now people come by and they're like, oh my God, like, we love you. And it's not because they know who we are. It's because, like, we are the mountain dancers that are there whenever
Yeah.
people are hiking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's Griffith Park. It's a tiny little hike. And it's always fun when it's like, again, like Rita Ora or like JoJo. And I'm like, welcome. You must hike up this mountain.
Yeah.
Or like when we're doing it with drag queens and we're like, take your heels off, bitch. Like, we got to do a little hike.
Yeah.
But it's
The ganja was sickening.
Laganja. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
good. If it ain't green.
I just reached out. I'm doing a video again. Like the label asked me to do a video to Cher's DJ Play Christmas song.
Yes.
And
we
so
had
I'm
Leland on. We had
Oh
Leland
my
on the podcast
God!
and
I've seen him
great
at so
song.
many events, and like
Yeah.
I haven't said hi, but I'm just
You
like,
gotta.
I'm a fan. I
Yeah,
love
you
you so
gotta.
much.
Are we dying over the Kelly Clarkson remix?
I know.
Oh,
That's what I'm
like-
doing it to. Yeah.
Shut
And so
up.
I sent a DM and an email to Chad Michaels, and I'm really trying to get her in a video.
Oh my God.
But I have not gotten a response yet, so we'll see.
Hey, from your, we're
manifesting.
Here at Breathe. If you agree, we are manifesting that for you.
That's
Thank
incredible.
you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, Caleb, we love you so much. Will you let everyone know where to find you? Any exciting things coming up? I know you said you're going to announce a project in the future, and you don't have to tell us what that is now, but just where people should look out and yada yada
Yeah,
yada.
where to buy active booty.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
You can find me at The Fitness Marshal on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. If you want to check out our activewear, it's on activebooty.com. We have activewear in sizes XS to 5X and a new collection dropping. I haven't announced this yet, but why the fuck not in January? So that's our next big thing.
Breathe if you agree exclusive, baby.
Yes. Okay, that's exciting. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I actually have been meaning to. I really want the mesh, like
Oh, they're
the
so
shirt with the
cute.
mesh
Yeah.
with the chest, and that,
Oh, yeah.
I'm obsessed with that.
Free the
and I
net.
love
And-
your star tattoo. I love your star tattoo.
It's the
There it
biggest
is.
mistake that turned into a brand.
Yeah.
I was
love
like,
it.
I might as well do something.
Also, make sure to follow Caleb for his thought pics. Gorgeous.
Stop.
Yeah.
Do you know the amount of times I'm like, Cameron, like to my husband, I'm like, can I do an OnlyFans? Like, I won't post, we
Yeah.
won't post poll, we won't post poll,
Yeah.
but like, I think, and he's like, no,
No.
we're not doing that.
But
And
baby
he's
girl,
right.
You would be rich.
It's so hard, but it's like, would Sesame Street work with me?
Right.
Would Pokemon still send me things? Probably not. And I care
Yeah.
about that more than millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Why?
There you
That's
go.
so
There you
stupid.
go.
Then I can buy it myself. I'm gonna rethink this.
You're gonna have a sit down with Cameron later. By the time Cameron hears this podcast, you'll have your answer.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, well, we love you. Thank you
We
guys.
love you. Thank you so much for being
listening.
here.
Go follow Caleb, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week. Thank you guys. Woo! Breathe if you agree.